Hello guys, Apple Times here, welcome to a new video, and today I'm gonna try to help you decide if it's worth upgrading to an Apple Watch Series 8 if you have an Apple Watch Series 3. Okay, so the Apple Watch Series 3 was announced back in 2017, which is a long time now. And yeah, it had a few new features such as option to add a cellular plan for the first time or a faster processor that made it a bit faster than the Series 2. However, as with every Apple Watch model, the sole additions of one model didn't really make it worth it to upgrade from the previous one. And that's what happened next year with the Apple Series 4. However, as I said, 5 years have passed since then, that's a long time. And yeah, every single year a new Apple Watch has been released, at least. Some years we had 2, this year we had 3. But yeah, all in all they have been adding a couple new features that over time they stack up to make it worth it upgrade. So in this video we're gonna go through all the new features from every single Apple Watch and then at the end reach a conclusion to whether it is worth upgrading. Okay, so in 2018 came the Apple Watch Series 4, which is actually the one I have. This new Apple Watch actually had a fair amount of features that made it stand out from the Apple Watch Series 3. The biggest of those was a brand new redesign that has been present until the Apple Watch Series 6, but the new Apple Watch SE also has that same design. With that new design, the bezels were shrinked and the screens went from 38 to 40mm and from 42 to 44mm. It also added a brand new 64-bit processor, which in my opinion it was the first time that the Apple Watch was fast enough to actually use it. I remember having the original Apple Watch and that was very slow. Besides that, a couple of new hard features were added, such as the ability to take ECGs, which slowly expanded to different regions of the world, and the irregular heart rhythm notifications that would of course notify you if your heartbeat was too high or too low. Last but not least, it added fall detection that could detect whether you had a fall, and if you didn't reply in a minute, it would call emergency services, send in your location, and also tell your emergency contacts. The Apple Watch Series 5 added 3 new features. For one, it for the first time had a compass. This allowed you to get better indications in the Maps app, for example, if you navigate with the Maps app. That way you could see where you were facing, as opposed to the Series 4, in which you could only see where you were but not where you were facing. It also added an always-on display for the first time. That has been kind of the big deal about the Apple Watch ever since then. It was first added in the Series 5. And last and probably least, it had 32GB of storage as opposed to 16. Next, with the Series 6, 2 new features were added. A 50% faster processor that is actually the same that has been in the Series 7 and now in the Series 8, and a blood oxygen sensor which allows you to measure the oxygen in your blood, of course. And if I'm not mistaken, not that I'm any medical expert or anything, I think it helps you to see how fit you are. Then with the Apple Watch Series 7 there were a few new features, to be fair. Firstly, the first redesign since the Apple Watch Series 4, it now has smaller bezels and the case sizes are 1mm larger. It also enabled fast charging, but only with the included cable, and a brighter always-on display. And lastly, it added certification for IP6X dust resistance and WR50 water resistance, meaning that it's very waterproof and very dust proof. And now we come into the Series 8, which of course was announced yesterday, and it has 3 new features basically. So firstly, it's a brand new temperature sensor, which actually has 2, one on the bottom and one on the top, for more accurate readings. And what it does is, of course, measure your temperature, but if you're someone who has their period, it will help you predict in which phase of your period you are. Next, it has crash detections, so it has high G-force accelerometers, and it can detect if you have a car crash, which hopefully is a feature no one will ever need to use, but it's good to know it's there. And lastly, and this feature is exclusive for the cellular models, it now supports roaming on cellular, which is actually pretty good, since if you're traveling, you can also have your data plan on your Apple Watch. And yeah, that is basically it. Of course, Apple also announced the Apple Watch Ultra, which is just crazy and has so many new features. It's probably the biggest improvement for the Apple Watch ever, even including the first original Apple Watch, because we kind of knew what we were expecting. But the Apple Watch Ultra is just crazy in every way. So yeah, I'll be making a separate video comparing the Apple Watch Series 8 with the Apple Watch Ultra, so if you don't want to miss that, it's probably here or here, unless it hasn't been uploaded yet, but it will probably be. So yeah, as you can see, there were a lot of new features added if you start stacking up all the models that have been released from the Series 4 to the Series 8. Therefore, I totally believe that you should upgrade your Apple Watch Series 3 this year if you're still using it, especially since your battery, I don't know how your battery might be, but my Series 4 is already struggling to get to the end of the day, and I don't want to imagine a Series 3. Also, the Series 3 is not updating to watchOS 9, which is the latest OS version for the Apple Watch, and of course won't have the latest features. However, having said that, because the feature list is so high, and given that the prices this year have risen everywhere except in the US, I would really start considering other options. So for example, say you see a Series 7 on a very good discount, maybe half price or even $200 maybe discount that I've seen them, then I don't usually advise this, but I think you could upgrade to a Series 7 because you would save some extra bucks and then have basically the same features except for a couple features that were added in the Series 8. However, if you do have the money, I would of course recommend going for the latest, which is the Series 8, because that way you'll be set for more time. However, we also have the Apple Watch SE. This is a budget model, it's way cheaper than the Apple Watch 8, and it has a couple features that haven't been added from the Series 8. One of those features is the brand new redesign that came with the Series 7. However, if you're coming from the Series 3, you will still see a very big design improvement with the SE. But yeah, this is gonna be everything from me today. If you have any questions, please leave them down below in the comments and I will do my best to answer. Also, thumbs up if you found this video helpful and feel free to share it to other people that might be in the same situation. And if you like Apple, don't forget to subscribe because we have so much content coming up with the Apple Watch Series 8 unboxing, the new AirPods, maybe even the Apple Watch Ultra. So if you don't want to miss any of that, subscribe. Also, as I said, I'm getting the Apple Watch Series 8 and probably the Apple Watch Ultra. So if there's any specific video you would like me to do with those devices, just let me know in the comments and I will do them. For example, this video was suggested by one of my viewers who left a comment on the video. But yeah, that's gonna be everything from me today. Thank you very much for watching and see you in the next one. Bye.